Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking one of the most fascinating and honestly kind of funny linguistic mix-ups in the entire scientific community. I mean, have you ever misread a single word and suddenly found yourself in a completely different universe of information? Well, today, we're looking at two highly specialized scientists who are constantly getting mistaken for one another, and it's all because of one highly deceptive letter. By the end of this, you're going to have a profound appreciation for both of these incredible fields, and for sure, you will definitely never mix them up again.
Okay, let's dive into this spelling puzzle. On one hand, we have P-H-Y-C-O-L-O-G-I-S-T, phycologist, and right alongside it, P-S-Y-C-H-O-L-O-G-I-S-T, psychologist. Notice how incredibly similar they look? If you're just quickly skimming a document, it is so easy for your brain to just swap that H out for an S. But as we're about to see, that one tiny spelling difference, it represents a massive leap between two completely different worlds of study. We're talking about one focused on our vast external environment and the other focused entirely on our intimate internal environment.
Section 1. The Algae Scientist, Phycology.
To kick things off, let's step away from the spelling puzzle for just a second and transition our focus way out into the vast, vibrant world of the ocean. I want to start our exploration of phycology by asking you a question that might actually challenge some of your most basic assumptions about how our planet works. What if I told you the main reason you're breathing right now isn't trees? We all grow up learning about forests being the lungs of the earth, right? But the true heavy lifting for our global survival is actually happening underwater, driven by something entirely different.
Which brings us to the actual definition. Meet the phycologist. This is a scientist who spends their life studying algae, seaweed, and aquatic microorganisms. And I want to be very clear here. They are not just studying pond scum. Oh no. Phycologists are looking through microscopes at glowing microscopic diatoms and spirulina. They're studying bioluminescent plankton that literally light up the ocean at night. They're even out there researching giant 100-foot-tall underwater kelp forest swaying in the ocean currents. It's a wildly diverse field of biology.
Now, what's really interesting here is this massive number, 50%. From those microscopic phytoplankton I just mentioned, all the way up to those massive 100-foot kelp forests, the organisms that phycologists study produce up to half of Earth's oxygen. Half! So literally every time you take a deep breath, you owe about 50% of that life-giving oxygen directly to the exact organisms these scientists dedicate their entire lives to understanding.
But they aren't just studying these organisms to understand our oxygen supply. They're actively shaping our future. Phycology is in action all around us right now. These scientists are helping us figure out how to replace harmful plastics. They're building sustainable biofuel reactors, discovering ways to clean up polluted oceans, and even finding new ways to feed the future. Just imagine walking around in eco-friendly sneakers made entirely out of algae foam, or using skincare products packed with algae extracts. It's a real game changer, and it is all thanks to the phycologist.
Section 2. The Mind Expert, Psychology. Let's move to this and see how this builds.
So, we are pivoting completely away from the macro, global scale of the oceans and zooming all the way into the intimate, invisible, internal world of the human mind. Have you ever wondered why your brain decides to replay a deeply embarrassing moment from 5 years ago right when you're trying to sleep? You know the feeling. You're staring at the ceiling, trying to rest, and suddenly you're vividly remembering some awkward social mistake you made half a decade ago. It's a very relatable, incredibly frustrating mini-mystery of the human experience.
Now, as a mental health professional, a psychologist sees this specific behavior all the time. It's called an intrusive memory loop. When you're lying in bed and those thoughts just start racing, it feels like your brain is attacking you for absolutely no reason. But psychologists have discovered that your brain isn't actually doing this to bully you. Believe it or not, it's actually trying to protect you.
To understand why, we have to look at a specific part of your brain's neural pathways called the amygdala. The amygdala basically acts as your brain's internal threat detector. And the fascinating thing psychologists have uncovered is that the amygdala treats social mistakes the exact same way it treats physical danger. It replays that awkward moment repeatedly so you learn not to repeat the mistake. It just wants to keep you socially safe. But late at night, when you're lying in bed and there are absolutely no external distractions, those protective thoughts hit twice as hard.
So now that we understand the science behind why our brain is keeping us awake, how do we actually stop it? Well, psychologists don't just study these phenomena, they provide us with the tools to manage them. Let's look at exactly how we go about breaking the memory loop so you can finally get some sleep instead of fighting with your own memories.
So the crucial point is that it all comes down to two simple steps.
The real trick to breaking the loop is that you cannot fight the memory. If you fight it, the amygdala just pushes back even harder. Step 1, acknowledge it, and Step 2, exhale slowly. This is a brilliant grounding exercise. By placing a hand over your chest and taking a deep, slow exhale, you're actively sending a physical signal to calm your nervous system.
And to complete that grounding exercise, psychologists recommend using this exact phrase. I want you to literally say this out loud to yourself. That was awkward, but I am safe right now. By naming the feeling out loud, you instantly short-circuit that threat detector. You are verbally confirming to your amygdala that the social danger has passed, the physical danger isn't real, and it is finally allowed to power down for the night.
So here we are at the end of our tale of two incredibly different yet equally vital fields of science. Just one single letter separates the scientist who studies the algae that gives you the very breath in your lungs from the professional who studies the mind, giving you the tools to find internal peace and actually get some sleep. The next time you take a deep, calming breath to quiet your mind at 2 a.m., which ologist will you thank first? The one giving you the oxygen or the one giving you the peace of mind? Think about that and keep exploring the fascinating science all around and inside of you.